Would you welcome to the lectern, Stacey Wallace.
Toothpaste, soap, deodorant, razors, shampoo, and chapstick. Probably some things that most of us didn't think twice about using this morning. Let's at least hope so. But these are items that some of the men and women serving overseas would really appreciate receiving from us here. I think I've mentioned to most of you guys that my husband left a couple of weeks ago for Afghanistan. He's doing great. Actually, he's not doing so great. That's what I planned on saying initially, but I found out this morning that he pulled his back, so he's laid up for a few days. But his spirits are high, and he's very positive about the whole deployment, and I know that I'm going to make sure that he has everything he needs to be comfortable, to at least make it as comfortable as possible while he's over there. But unfortunately, that isn't always the case. Some of these men and women don't have the support of family and loved ones like my husband does, and some of them are just out in the field and they just don't have access to just the basic necessities, just basic hygiene items that we take for granted every day. And I don't have to explain to you the sacrifice that these men and women make. They are taken, they're removed from their whole life, from their family, their friends, and some of them come back, having some problems adjusting back into society. So I don't want to dwell on the sacrifice. We all know what a sacrifice it is. I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I do want to talk to you about ways that we can show our appreciation and our support for these guys for what they're doing. Matt, if you can, please pass that right handout. I came up with a few organizations that I think are really cool, ways that we can help. And I created one of these handouts when Matt gets it around, the one with the little soldier in the upper left-hand corner is the one I created. And the other handout I downloaded from the website anysoldier.com. Has anybody ever heard of that website, anysoldier.com? This is a really neat website. Basically, it's a website where troops, the actual men and women serving overseas, can post things that they need while they're out in the field. So you can go to this website and search for a squadron or a platoon by what country they're stationed in, what branch they're in, if they're male, they're female, anything, and send them things that they actually need. I'll read you a couple of posts just to give you an idea of what kinds of things they're asking for and what they say. This was posted on July 30th. I'm stationed here in Afghanistan on a small compound that supports a lot of people and doesn't have a large base store and is always out of many things such as hygiene items like hand sanitizer, shampoo, body wash, lotion, and toothpaste. With people being away from their loved ones and the holidays coming just around the corner, it can be hard for many. This really does lift all the troops' morale when they get just about any mild taste of home. So you can see that they really appreciate just getting anything. And actually a lot of the posts on this website are just requesting that we send letters to the troops, just so that they know we appreciate them. And I do have a really cool story. I don't have a lot of time, but okay. The way I found out about that organization was from a friend of mine. She was sending troops she was sending care packages to the guys on a regular basis, and one of the troops called to thank her, and they started this friendship, and this friendship turned into a relationship, and this relationship turned into a big commitment, and they actually got married in May. So she met her husband from this website. So I'm not saying that if you're single and you're looking for your soulmate, you're going to be able to find that person on this website, but it will certainly make you feel good to show your appreciation. And I've got some pictures. I don't know if you can see it that well if you want to look at after the meeting tonight. Then if you look at this handout that I created, there's the next two organizations are for our pet lovers. Puppies Behind Bars. This organization provides pets for the soldiers who were injured in Afghanistan and Iraq. And the beautiful part of it is that the prisoners are actually the ones training the pets. So the prisoners get to have the companionship of having a pet and then also feel like they're giving back as well. And then Guardian Angels for Soldiers' Pets. This organization provides foster homes for the pets of soldiers that are overseas. Because before that, I mean, a lot of times if they didn't have family members or friends to take in their pets while they were stationed overseas, they oftentimes had to put them in a shelter and they weren't around when they got back. So great organization to support the troops. Military ministry, this provides spiritual Christian support. A lot of the soldiers come back and they have a lot of, like I mentioned, problems adjusting. They have PTSD, they have marriage problems. They're not quite fitting back into society. So this organization supports them in that way. Then the USO, I think everybody's heard of that organization. They are a longtime supporter of the military. They do a lot of morale boosting events, provide entertainment for the troops overseas as well. So these are just a few ideas of ways to show your support. You can do anything as small as just writing a letter saying thank you for support. That means more than you can ever know. And I'd just like to leave you with one other post from that website, anysoldier.com. I and my soldiers would like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the support that you and your organization give to the soldiers. It warms our hearts to know that we have people in the U.S. that care enough about us and our cause to take the time to send us letters and packages. So on behalf of me and my soldiers, thank you and God bless.